Imagine leaving your front door in the morning, and instead of feeling scattered or half asleep, you carry a quiet, steady pulse inside you. Not loud, not forced, just a simple clarity that guides your steps, your words, and your attention. That shift is possible with small repeated actions taken before the day decides for you. This is a set of morning rituals you can do, in sequence or by picking a few, and by the end of a week you will notice a difference. They are practical, gentle, and built to be repeated. They help settle your body, free your breath, and align how you move through your day. If you feel ready, leave a short sentence in the comments now, like "I choose steady energy today." That small sentence acts like a commitment, a clear signal to your mind and body. Keep it simple and honest. Most of us wake into the day with fragments, notifications, a jumble of thoughts, and an urgent list. Our bodies speak in tightness and our minds in reactivity. We reach for coffee or immediate distraction and never actually tend to the way we begin. That first attention, that first motion, sets the temperature of the whole day. What I want to show you is not another quick trick. It is a reordered morning, a set of tiny habits that together move your internal spacing. Think of them as small ripples that change how energy flows through your chest, your belly, and your limbs. We will be careful and precise, because small precise things hold when big intentions do not. One simple word to anchor the idea is chi. You may know it as the living movement inside you. Call it breath, call it presence, call it attention. The label matters less than the felt shift. For the rest of this video, I will use the word energy so the practice stays clear and practical. The real struggle here is two things at once. First, mornings are rushed and there is pressure to perform. Second, we have been trained to move through the body like an afterthought. We ignore signals of tension, anxiety, or dullness and hope coffee or distraction will fix them. Those two habits, rushing and ignoring, create a loop. You start agitated, you make choices from agitation, and the day compounds the feeling. The result is depletion. Your calm, your focus, and your sense of ease get eaten by the first 2 hours. But it does not have to be that way. How you begin your morning is not separate from how you live your day. If you begin with care, the day accommodates that care. If you begin with scattered urgency, the day amplifies that urgency. This is not judgment, it is cause and effect in a human body-mind system. Beginning with care looks like a set of tiny actions that do three things. They awaken body awareness, steady the breath, and create a more responsive nervous system. You will measure them by how you feel with small signs like less tightness in the shoulders, a softer jaw, a slower reaction to the first email, and a clearer step when you walk. There are 7 morning rituals I want to offer. Wake with a mindful breath before any screens, sitting up for a few minutes and breathing with attention. Grounding tilt, a small standing movement that roots your feet and releases the hips. Spiral stretch for the spine, a gentle rotation that brings circulation through the torso. Micro meditation of 1 minute, eyes closed, counting breaths and noticing a single sensation. Sounding the voice, a soft hum or vowel that wakes the body from the inside. Palm brushing, a light self-massage that opens the arms and chest. A 1-minute forward walk, slow and deliberate, noticing foot contact and posture. These 7 are simple and designed to fit into a short morning routine where each supports the other. Now I will teach 3 exercises you can do today right after you watch this. Together they take about 10 minutes or less and they anchor the other rituals. Exercise 1 is the mindful breath reset, a seated breath practice that calms the nervous system and brings attention to the present. To do it, sit on the edge of a chair or on a cushion with feet flat and sit up tall but not stiff, letting the shoulders drop. Place one hand lightly on your belly and one across your chest if that feels comfortable. Then close the eyes or soften the gaze. Inhale through the nose for a slow count of 4. Feel the lower hand rise, pause for 1 count, and exhale gently through the nose for a count of 5. Repeat 8 to 12 cycles or simply breathe slowly and deliberately, keeping the exhale a breath longer than the inhale. After the cycles, sit quietly for several breaths and notice the difference. Notice whether the breath reaches the belly, whether the shoulders relax, whether thoughts feel less urgent, and whether the breath is deeper and softer. Exercise 2 is the standing root and spiral, A brief sequence that stabilizes the feet, opens the hips, and mobilizes the spine. To do it, stand with feet about hip-width apart, soften the knees, and imagine your feet are rooted like the base of a tree but flexible. Shift your weight slightly to the right and inhale. Then as you exhale, sweep your left arm across the body and let the torso rotate gently to the left. Inhale to center, then shift weight to the left. Exhale, sweep the right arm and rotate to the right, repeating slowly and with intention for about 10 times. Finish with a soft forward bend, letting the arms hang, and rock gently side to side for 10 breaths. Notice the contact between your feet and the floor, how the spine unwinds, and any tightness in the hips or lower back. Exercise 3 is voice hum and chest release. A short vocal practice that uses sound to release tension and open the chest. Stand or sit comfortably, close the eyes if you like. Inhale gently through the nose, and as you exhale, make a soft humming sound like mum, feeling the vibration in the chest, upper back, and face. Repeat the hum 3 times using full breaths, and on the final hum, let the sound fade, then place your palms lightly over the sternum and breathe into that warmth for 5 breaths. Notice the vibration and warmth in the chest, whether the breathing feels less shallow, and any shift in throat tension or jaw tightness. These 3 practices done in the morning make a measurable difference, and you can do them all in about 10 minutes or pick one if you have 5 minutes. The point is repetition. Small, consistent practice rewires your morning pattern. It can feel strange to slow down intentionally in a culture that prizes speed, and you may feel resistance at first. Your mind will tell you there is not enough time, and your body might feel itchy, and that is part of the work. It does not mean the practice is wrong. It simply means something in you is used to moving a different way. Be curious about how your body responds and give yourself permission to be awkward and inconsistent at first. The remedy is gentle repetition, not harsh discipline. I want to tell a short story about someone I know, call her Mara, to show how small moves can change a day. Mara was a working mother whose mornings were a squeeze, with eating on the run, answering emails, and carrying a constant undercurrent of tension. She tried many things and often quit quickly, so she committed to 3 minutes of mindful breath, standing spirals for 2 minutes, and a short hum after getting out of the car. She promised to do those 3 things every morning, even when she felt late, and that promise became her small rule. The first week she felt silly and nothing seemed different, but after about 10 days a subtle shift arrived and she noticed a new calm. On a hectic day with a sick child and urgent work, she used the breath, the spiral, and the hum between calls, and the day became navigable rather than overwhelming. At the end of that week, she said it felt like she had gained a seat inside herself from which she could decide. That seat is what these rituals aim to create, a reliable interior position that makes choices easier and responses softer. To help the practice stick, anchor the ritual to an existing cue, like before you brush your teeth or before you check your phone. Keep the time short to start, because the brain loves short wins, and 20 seconds of focused breath is better than unfocused minutes. Notice small results, pause and acknowledge moments where you respond differently, and use those wins to keep going. Be flexible. Some mornings you will do all 7 rituals and other mornings you will do one. Continuity matters more than perfection. When you repeat these small actions, you are sending a signal to your nervous system and to yourself, and slowly shifting your identity toward someone who takes the first minute of the day to care. We are not trying to become mythical early risers with perfect habits. We are trying to create a reliable way to be present so the day does not drag us around. That steadiness spreads into work, relationships, and the simple ways you move. If you have 2 minutes, do the mindful breath reset for 1 minute and 1 cycle of the standing root and spiral. If you are standing in a line, do a single quiet hum with attention to calm the chest quickly. If your morning is noisy, place attention on your feet for 10 breaths, because grounding works even in chaos. To deepen, add a slow 1-minute walk, focusing on foot contact after the spiral to bring the body into a new register. It is okay if the practices feel foreign or silly at first. You are learning a new way of being with your body, and that takes time. You will miss mornings and you will have short attempts, and that is human. The gentle path is to keep returning, not to demand perfection. Remember, the smallest unit matters. A single breath with attention changes your body chemistry, and that is real and measurable. Small seeds grow when you water them lightly and regularly. Here is a simple 10-minute routine to try for the next 7 mornings. Sit and do the mindful breath reset for 3 to 5 minutes, using the hand on the belly and making the exhale a touch longer. Stand and do the grounding tilt and spiral for 2 to 3 minutes, moving slowly and feeling your feet. Do the hum and chest release for 1 minute, then place your palms on your sternum for 5 breaths. Finish with a 1 minute slow forward walk, noticing foot contact. Log what you notice each evening with a single word like calm, alert, tired, or steady to see patterns over time. You do not need to become an expert. You only need to be a friendly steward of your morning. Start there and see how your day unfolds differently. If you found this useful, consider subscribing for more practical guidance on small rituals to steady your life. Begin tomorrow with one small deliberate action and notice what changes.